This is on the fake podcast. This is Piers Morgan's podcast. While watching. Piers Morgan seems to be against trans people and a bit of a homophobe in a way against trans, and he acts like he is, but in reality he's actually not. I look at the videos I posted on Facebook, some of them, he actually seems like he's not with the trans people at all. Because he said, a man who wants you seriously being a woman won't be fully a woman. Or a woman who wants you seriously fully being a man won't be a full man. So let's past this broadcast of him on YouTube and see where it takes us.
Well, joining me now is the author and commentator Angelica Mannett, Talk TV's Esther Krakow, and Fox News contributor Tommy Lehrer. So, Tommy Lehrer, let me start with you. Two people in Britain today who've been at the forefront of not saying what a woman is. One is Nicola Sturgeon,
Well, according to you, Pierce, what I've seen in your videos, you don't know if a person in Australia is trans who identifies as a woman don't really identify as a full woman to you. So,
First Minister of Scotland, who lost her job because of this ridiculous farce of a rapist self-identifying. She tweeted today, proud on International Women's Day to visit my old University of Glasgow, and banged on about women's rights. This is the woman who just literally lost her job for allowing a male rapist into a female.
What's it? A male rapist are the transgender people. Everyone knows if you are male, you get arrested. As a rapist, you don't get thrown into a female prison. Everyone knows that, Pierce.
Prison. And Sir Keir Starmer, who's leader of the opposition Labour Party here, was talking about protections for women in Parliament today.
Protection for women or the protection for yourself here? Because the protection for women is protection for yourself. Because, in the rest of your videos, you seem to be offending trans people. In reality, you're actually against trans people.
And yet he refuses to say what a woman is. Where are we with this? How has it come that leaders of parties in countries like the UK, and we see a lot of it in America as well,
It's not only UK, it's also a worldwide problem. For a lot of people who go through the science, to a man being a woman, to a woman being a man.
Won't say what a woman is.
Well, first of all, I have to apologize to you because all of this wokeness originates here in the United States of America, and then we export it to you in the UK.
Yes, you're to blame.
So we started this really in America. Yes, we are. The wokeness starts here, and then it, of course, moves over, and now you guys have to deal with it. The world has to deal with it. But I say this, I'm proud to celebrate International Women's Day.
Are you?
Because I know what a woman is. So I would say, if you don't know what a woman is, you don't get to celebrate it. You don't get to pretend to be a feminist when it's helpful to you or helpful to your political narrative. You have to be able to define what a woman is. This is all a farce. They are seeking to erase women, and this is the radical...
No one's erasing the women in fourth place. Be honest with you. If you identify as a woman, you identify as a woman, and you don't do the science.
Rainbow Mafia, as I call it. This is not your average...
Rainbow Mafia, how you're saying you're not homophobic or you're against trans people, but you just said the word Rainbow Mafia.
LGBT activists. This is the Rainbow Mafia section of that radical LGBTQ movement that has made women less than, and then is...
It's not the movement. It's people like you who don't understand what a person is going through. If they go to the science. Like Piers Morgan, these parents, he's actually offending people who's actually by their side, but in reality, he's not by their side.
Elevated all of the...
I put out videos of him on Facebook. You can look them up. Tony Davis. My real name, my Tony's fake. But we saw him being homophobic, saying if you want to do science, you want a man, you want to change to being a woman, you'll never be a fully woman. ain't always illegal. You are a woman. Also, if you want to the change of a woman being a man, he said in one of these videos, you'll never be the same as an actual man.
This transgenderism and all of this pick your gender, identify as potato, they have hijacked the women's rights movement, the feminist movement, and actual feminists should be really pissed off about it.
Well, as a feminist, I am. I recently interviewed
You're pissed off about it. Your videos say different.
Angelica, the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, and I asked him this question, which seems to stump many other leaders. Here's the clip. What is a woman? We know that Nicola Sturgeon can't answer that. We know Keir Starmer can't answer that. You're the British Prime Minister. What is a woman?
Yeah, of course I know a woman, an adult human female.
It's not difficult, is it, Angelica? I mean, that is what a woman is.
I mean, I don't know why you're obsessed with defining it. Like, what is a man? Like, why do we need these
A
arbitrary...
man is a male adult human, and that's it.
But it's the you Pierce, but you see difference. It said that about transgender people, so send people in your mind, but you said in your audio videos before this. A man who identifies as a woman who wants to change is actually the opposite. They don't fully identify. Also, a man who identifies as a woman don't really identify as a woman.
Right, okay, I don't know that we
These
need
are just biological facts, but they're just facts. They're not arguable points, are they?
But I think we have a right to self-identify, and you said
As
you
what?
want to...
As
If,
what?
if
Hang
you'd
on.
like to be a woman, you can identify as a woman. I don't know why there is such an issue around...
We've literally just seen a male rapist use that scam to get himself put into a...
Well, again, was a male rapist Pierce or this Pierce is transgender? Because if you want to arrested of a man, if a rapist, you go to a man prison. But you were a man who was identified as a woman who wants to do the science. Do you really go to the male prison or do you go to the female prison?
female prison where he could attack vulnerable women inside a female prison when even his ex-wife said it was all a scam.
Which is a terrible, very distressing, isolated incident.
Was it
and
a Sam or was it not a Sam? Because you don't really get to go to a woman's prison unless you identify as a woman. I think if it's illegal, to your country as this person identifies as a woman. I know officers let him through, and he was really a man. What gave him the right to go to a male person?
I think it's easy to take that and say that means that no one can identify as a woman, and
But
that's
it's not an
not
isolated
fair.
incident, though.
But it's
42% of trans-identifying prisoners in prison are in there for sex crimes. There's actually an advantage, evidently, to identifying as a female, because they never identify as male, because somehow male prisons seem less appealing to them. It's really weird. Anyway, but
Is it
that's actually happening.
limitless, this self...
So where are some people just in their heart just identify as a woman who are not really men? Like, I have a person in my family who's gone through the science, I couldn't name them, who is a woman who's gone through the science of being a man. So if we got arrested, he would go to a male prison, or these people who also go through the science, who would go to a female prison.
Identity.
It's not totally limitless.
What's the
But
limit?
when you're talking about International Women's Day, I don't know why we take the conversation around International Women's Day and make it about this.
But if
because
anyone...
there's so many benefits.
Right, but if
to having
anyone,
a day.
according to you, can identify as a woman, anyone can, right?
I don't see a problem with
Just
it.
literally put their hand up and say, I'm a woman.
But it's not an easy thing to do to go out into
Actually,
the world.
it's
That's very easy.
Very easy.
You might think it's easy to say, but to decide to do that, to say
What
this
is
is
doing
who,
it involved?
whatever that person decides, but to
Does
go
it
out
look
into
like
the world
makeup?
and say I don't identify as perhaps the sex I
So
was
why
born
can't
as.
I
It's not-
identify... Okay, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
For one, you're not black, and two, you're just introducing yourself in your last videos you're putting up on your YouTube.
Well, firstly, I mean, it was.
Well, I'm serious. I'm serious. If I can identify as anything without any need to prove I'm actually what
And this
that
is the whole argument, the whole poll, or people can attending is actually by transgender side, but the reality actually is actual video. The reality of the video is Piers Morgan doesn't like trans people, and he's one praise he doesn't like gay people or bisexual people or anyone in that format. Beyonce, and this is reality. I Piers Morgan so. It acts like he's actually by your side, but in reality, Piers Morgan uncensored. He's not by your side. It's all for views and tricks. He goes back and on his word, or he says this stuff like he said about being a black lesbian. He's just is not by anyone's side, and even with the Prince Harry thing, it's just both rules and tricks, and this is basically his videos.